Hi everyone, my name is Mark Haslip, and I've been asked by Joe Cavaretta to create a short video explaining my experience with our new exclusive partner, Unitas Dental. Since the recession, it's been difficult on all of us. We're all getting pricing pressure, and I'm an avid believer in career development. Last year, I did 45 DPATs alone, but the pricing concerns were still there. I'm always looking for ways to change the conversation away from how much of a discount can I get to how can I help you grow your practice and your income. I'm just as tired as the rest of you are about getting beat up on price and want to focus on the real problem facing our industry and our clients. Enter Unitas Dental. I received a random phone call about a year and a half ago from a gentleman named Mike Alder, who's the owner of Unitas Dental. He got my name from a mutual client and wanted to tell me who they were and how they can help. So I met with them, and I can still remember what I said to him after he got done explaining everything. I looked at him and I said, you know, Mike, you're looking at a guy who's dedicated the last 10 years of his life focusing on the business end of the dental industry, and what you're doing, literally everybody needs. I've been referring clients to them since then, and I'll get to the results momentarily, but for now I'll say this: it's been nothing short of incredible. It has allowed me truly to change the conversation, and that's what I've been looking for. Now, let's talk about how to present this. As with everything, there are good and better ways to get the message across, and what I'm going to tell you is exactly how I did it. First, I'll literally grab the doctor and say, "Doctor, can I get a couple minutes?" And I'll tell them, "Hey, this is important. If I had to choose the single biggest threat to the industry as a whole and to your personal income, it would be insurance, specifically PPOs, more specifically, the falling reimbursement rates." Usually at this point, most doctors start nodding. So here's the issue. 5 to 6 years ago, it wasn't uncommon that 50% of an average practice's gross receipts was insurance and the other half fee-for-service. But nowadays, it's more like 90% insurance, 10% fee-for-service. Usually at this point, virtually everybody is nodding. And the reality is it's only getting worse. 5 to 6 years ago, again, PPOs accounted for about 50% of all insurance sold in the US, and this year they'll account for around 80% plus of all insurance that's sold, and it's growing. So here's what's going on behind the scenes. These insurance companies' profits are growing at astounding rates, and at the same time, the average general dentist income has dropped 5.7%. Well, there's really only a couple ways that insurance companies can increase profits. One, they can sell more insurance, i.e. get more patients paying premiums, or two, decrease the reimbursement rates to you. The reality is, as we move into the future, we're going to have to learn how to play the insurance game better. So here's a common story I'm told all the time, and it goes something like this. "Mark, I've got to have you check into something for me. It seems like we're producing the same as last year, we're seeing the same number of patients, we're doing about the same number of procedures, but for some reason our collections are down and our write-offs are way up." Well, here's the answer. "Doctor, you're right. If it feels like you're working harder for less money, you're right, you are. Insurance companies are buying and selling each other. They're leasing each other's, quote, provider panels and doing all types of convoluted things behind the scenes. So then they send your office a flyer, which is promptly opened, if it's ever opened, and then thrown in the trash. But what your staff doesn't know is because they didn't uncheck a box and opt out of a new agreement, you automatically just opted in. And what that usually means is that you just became an in-network provider for several low-end insurance companies that have pooled together, which now allows all of them to collectively pay you at the lowest possible reimbursement schedule. So all of a sudden, your existing patient whose insurance was reimbursing you $900 for a crown now is only reimbursing you around $700. Does that sound familiar? Again, almost always they're going to start nodding their head. The reality is your patients have someone negotiating for them. It's called their insurance company. My question to you is, who's negotiating for you? Who's representing you in this fight? There's a company you need to meet. They're called Unitas Dental. It's a Henry Schein solution. And here's what they do. They manage the relationship between you and the insurance companies. They run an insurance analysis to help you determine what plans to take and how to implement them. They help you develop a fee strategy to control and manage your discounts and write-offs. They do monthly contract monitoring. They help you with your EOB issues. And the cherry on top is they will renegotiate your fee schedules for you. They work on a monthly fee and there's no annual contract. Then I will simply send them to the website and set up a consultation meeting. The website is unitasconsultation.info. Again, unitasconsultation.info. This is crucial. You have to send the doctor there and not the staff. This goes absolutely nowhere if only the staff have the consultation. It has to be the doctor. Now, expectations are crucial. I want to give this special attention. The fee is $299 a month. It's the best off-balance sheet employee they will ever have, and I love that line. If they invest $299 a month, at a minimum, they'll double their money. Now, the reality is much greater, but my motto here is under-promise, over-deliver. Here are some of my results. I have around 30 clients who are using them, and the results have all been positive. First, general dentist, average practice, accepts PPOs. We pulled a Dentrix utilization report after he'd been engaged with Unitas for around 6 to 8 months, added up the additional money he'd made, and it was worth north of $36,000 on only one fee schedule. And oh, by the way, they just stopped counting at $36,000. Another was a pedodontist, fairly busy, saw tens of thousands of dollars of additional fees on, again, one renegotiated fee schedule. Now, the interesting thing with this office was that most of his patients came from one large local employer. Well, 3 months into working with Unitas, that main employer group happened to change insurance companies. The practice didn't skip a beat. Unitas made sure that not only did they get credentialed quickly with the new insurance company, but they negotiated those fees as well. The point is, if the office had hired Unitas to simply do a project, it would have been game over. All of that work was undone literally with the stroke of a pen. They would have had to re-engage, spend more money. Meanwhile, the dentist would have been seeing patients out of network, which is a huge problem for the practice. The point being is the importance of an ongoing relationship. These types of insurance problems are a daily occurrence in the life of a practice. Lastly, a third client was helped when Unitas moved them from a network company to dealing directly with the insurance company. The result was a 9% increase in pro fees, 170% increase in crowns, 159% increase on dentures, etc. Sometimes now it could work in reverse, meaning dropping the contract that's direct with the insurance company and going with the network company. It all depends on several factors. This type of result, again, happens over and over again. I hate to throw out some of these numbers, but the facts speak for themselves. Just remember, under promise, over deliver. At a minimum, they will double the money that they spend. Finally, we need to discuss the critical nature of using this relationship as leverage. The reality is their traditional dental model is changed, and we need services to hold our margins. The relationship with Unitas has provided me an avenue to do that. We as FSCs will be able to ask for these utilization reports from Unitas so that we can show the doctor and the staff the direct result of our advice and exclusive relationship. The doctor's take-home income is significantly increased. We can directly offset some of the cost of their supplies, sometimes more than cover the entire cost of their annual spend in supplies. For a staff that's bonused on production and collection, we should become their new best friend. They aren't working any harder, we just brought more income into the practice for doing the exact same thing. This is tangible results. This is direct impact, and this is value. We, you and I, brought this to the office that they wouldn't have been able to get anywhere else.